What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as REP to BTC, also known as Augur. So I apologize for this video coming out so late. I was super busy today with work, crazy busy. Had to go to work at 7 a.m. So I did not have time to actually come home and make a video until now. But let me tell you guys, this is going to be a good video. So definitely make sure to watch till the end. We are going to be looking at this current market cap. You know, the fact that we're seeing Litecoin hit a resistance in terms of its ascending triangle, but we're also seeing breakouts within the rest of the market, which I find quite interesting. And I kind of want to go into specifics, give you my fair share, my opinion, my take on Bitcoin, Ethereum. You know, REP, Bitcoin just broke $10,000, almost at $11,000, absolutely wild. Kind of how I am going to deal with this market and my opinion on the market. And I think it's going to be really important, and you guys should definitely check it out. But otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump right into today's episode. So before we begin, I'd like to just look over this current coin market cap. You can see Bitcoin dominance 59.1%. So Bitcoin is skyrocketing right now, guys. Bitcoin is exploding. The price is shooting up. We're starting to see that, you know, trickle down into the other cryptocurrencies. 24-hour volume is also increasing quite dramatically, as well as market cap being 320 billion. You know, we haven't seen market caps like this in quite a long time. We haven't really seen a $10,000 Bitcoin in quite a long time, and it's, you know, just about time where we are starting to see that. And as you guys can see, Bitcoin is $10,650, up exactly 10%. Ethereum up 8.9%. at $304. Very similar charts. You can see Litecoin is only up 2% though. It's at $140, which is quite interesting. So I do really quick want to jump into the rest of the charts, you know, more of the analytics. You can see majority of these cryptos are doing quite well. It's a green market. It is a bullish day. Wow, what was that? Insight Chain is at 95%, absolutely wild. But I do want to go into specifics, looking at these charts, kind of seeing what exactly is going on. So, you know, this is a Litecoin dominant chart, a Litecoin dominant channel. So we do like to talk about what exactly is going on with Litecoin, and it's definitely very interesting. There is a much greater ascending triangle forming on this chart. You can see on Litecoin's pattern, you can see we, for the most part, we're using this ascending wedge formation for quite some time now, until we decided to, you know, break above that and start trading. Now you'll notice 140 has been a very strong resistance on Litecoin for quite some time, and it's holding true. You know, we've yet to break out through that. All the other cryptos are up 10% except for Litecoin. So it does seem like for those Litecoin hodlers, this is a resistance zone. This is definitely a problem area for Litecoin. And now, as we know, Litecoin does end this ascending triangle towards, you know, August, you know, end of July into August. You know, I would say end of July into mid to late August. So about a month separation, that's where this finally closes off, and we could see some major volume injection shooting this coin up to some pretty astronomical levels. Now, this does need some more consolidation, some more trading sideways before we could see moves like that. But I also want to compare this to the other cryptos. As we know, Litecoin is extremely overbought right now, and it is breaking out. Now, I know I've been saying that it does need to, you know, trade sideways. It is involved in an ascending triangle. You know, there was a very small ascending triangle. I apologize. More so an ascending wedge we were following. Ethereum had an ascending triangle, which I'll show you in a second. But this wedge was huge. And you'll notice I've been calling resistance right here. I've been calling a pullback. And it seems like we're starting to break out. And I want to give you a different view of things, because as we know, just because we missed out on one run, we were well aware that there will be plenty more runs to take place in the near future. And I want to show you guys, you know, just give my transparent opinion on how to make some money And I think it's going to help most people because that's what I am slowly starting to do. And it's honestly working and it's less stress. And I'll explain it in a second. But you can see we're starting to break out. We broke through our resistance. You know, nobody would have thought, not always did technical analysis work. Sometimes there are flukes, current events, things that come into the market that can spike and influence the market in ways that we cannot predict. And here is the prime example. We were nearing overbought. We're way above our high-low MMA. I believe we're even overbought on the weekly. Yep, we're overbought on the weekly. We're above a higher low MMA on the weekly. There's a lot of red flags that tell us that Bitcoin is going to head down. And it will. It definitely will retrace. But it's when will it retrace? Because this is definitely money to be made. $9,000 to $10,000. That's $1,000 per coin on a $9,000 buy-in that you could have made. But here's the thing, because it's overbought, we have to look at things in a different perspective. Let me jump over to Ethereum and then REP Augur, and then I'll kind of explain my position and my fair share of what I want to do with the market moving forward. So you can see what was interesting is I was saying Ethereum looked the best out of the top 3 cryptos because of the fact that it was only 56 to 59 on the RSI, which gives us plenty of room to continue up. Now, I was saying that we were trapped in this channel and I was anticipating sideways trading. This is what I was anticipating, honestly. And, who knows? Maybe in the next couple of days we'll see this retrace back inside and then follow suit. It is definitely a possibility, don't forget that, but I'm looking to see some more movement within this crypto. The fact that we're just now testing overbought, I don't think it's going to go much higher, but I'd be very shocked to see if this thing keeps pumping, because the market is pumping, as we know. Lastly, I want to wrap up REP and then discuss what I'm overall going to do with cryptocurrency and the market. So bam, beautiful. As we know, great that I did not buy into Augur yesterday. And as we know, this was an exact pattern that we did call yesterday, an inverse market reaction. As you guys know, majority of the cryptos, the top, I say 10 cryptos, are all up and bullish. And as you can see, REP Augur is doing the exact opposite. It is tanking while the cryptocurrencies are all, the altcoins, the higher up altcoins are all shooting up. So we're starting to see the opposite pattern happen. Most coins, the big ones we know are overbought. REP Augur is oversold. Inverse pattern is happening. Now, the fact that we are oversold could be an indication that the market is going to reverse very soon, and the fact that Augur is retesting its lowest of the low is another good sign that we could start to see this reverse back up and eventually head higher to retest its high-low MMA. That's where I'm shooting for. This may be a coin I decide to put some money into because it just looks very interesting in my opinion. But I really want to focus now on what to do with this market in terms of trading and investing and things like that. I really want to touch upon it because I think it's kind of important that you guys hear. So I understand that there is plenty of money to be made in these cryptos, and I'm still kind of bearish on Litecoin. It was the only coin that really didn't break out in today's charts. We didn't see a bullish break to the upside. We're overbought. We're retesting the overbought line. So I'm anticipating retracement within Litecoin. But in terms of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other cryptos that did break out today, you can't track them all. But here's what you can do. Hold for the long term. At least a couple of months. I'd say at least 5 or 6 months at least. And the reason being is the problem with investing is people get way too caught up in cryptocurrency. And it's not to come out any of you guys or get negative. I mean, I do this every day. I'm kind of sounding hypocritical, but it's very hard to detach your emotions from the market, and that tends to swing things in negative ways. When you look at the charts 24/7 every single day, every 7 days a week, you're going to start to get your emotions involved with the market. And when the price starts to dip, even if it's by $1, which isn't really that much if you think about it long term, really affects how you feel, as well as it kind of fogs your mind in terms of making educated, non-biased plays within the market. You really have to separate that from the market. And in order to do that, it's by selling or holding long term, either or. So by putting my money in a ledger, leaving it at a safe, and I do kind of know what it is, but just to forget about it and not see it every single day makes it a lot easier to read these charts and understand. So that's kind of my 2 cents, my advice to you guys. Obviously it's always fun to be trading and swing trading and making money off these plays. It's a good adrenaline rush. You really got to be careful when you're trading like that. If you believe in the technology and you believe in the company, then buy some of that invest it in a ledger Nano, and then forget about it, and don't hone in on that. Don't put anything more than you're not comfortable with losing. And I'm no financial advisor, but that's just my 2 cents in my opinion on what I do. So take it, do what you want with it. But that's pretty much going to wrap up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Like I said, retracement on Litecoin is really what I'm looking for right now before I buy back in. Otherwise, peace.